See, I can't see it because the software I use, I hit one button and it go to about 8 different platforms, and I only see what's in front of me. Somebody gave me the finger, gave me 5 fingers. But I'm gonna show you how much a coward they were. When I went to go investigate, they had to took down their picture and nothing. I think they deleted me. I go on social media. They from Jacksonville. I got 4 connections in Jacksonville. I'ma call one of them and say, hey, do you know her? Because I'm remembering in my head, this the one she used to have trouble with. And oftentimes she follow what she do. So you can't run away from me. And I just want to ask her. But see, so I was telling them, I said, this the part of the job. I don't care about no fingers. I don't care about nobody cussing me out. Had I seen it, I probably would have laughed. You know why? I'm preaching the gospel. And if you ain't got no respect for people who preach the gospel and you gonna give me the finger, do you know the repercussions of giving people the finger and they preaching God's gospel and it's the truth? That's why I don't argue about it. And you got to understand, why do God chooses the unknown? He chooses the unknown because they are less corrupted by religious system. See, you ain't been shaped by this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. You ain't been shaped by that's my first lady. That's my pastor. You ain't been shaped. You better pay tithe or you gonna die. And see, when you ain't been in the religious system, it's easier for God to form you without resistance. You see, you ain't gonna say that ain't what my pastor taught. You ain't gonna say, that ain't the way I know. See, it wasn't hard for me because even though I went to church didn't make no sense to me. And then when I went back and trying to make sense of it, that's when God started talking. That ain't me. See, watch this. So I learned to depend on God because my confidence come from a divine calling, not no reputation. Sure, Brother Hubbard had the #1 website 3 years in a row. But watch what God, he said, now take it down and change the name. I don't want you to get boastful or prideful because you stand at the top. I want you to know it's me. Been back up to #2, #3, but I don't promote no website like I used to. But people still visiting. Yeah, about being #1 in accolades. That's why I'm glad he allowed me to go through it. It don't mean nothing to me because what good is that if people ain't changing, if people ain't learning? See, watch this. That's that #4. I can't take the credit. Growing up how I grew up, Lord knows I can't take the credit. Messed up. I be thinking, boy, I had a thought last night because I want some revenge. I can't get no revenge, and it still bothers me because boy, I have thought. And I said, well, God, why you keep letting it come in my mind then? Why you just don't take it like everything else? He said, I want you to keep that thought because just like I want to allow you can take revenge, he said, I can use that when people decide they don't want me. I said, oh. So the same vengeance I want to give, I might can't give it to the one that deserve it, but I can show teachers that y'all who reject God. And boy, I wouldn't want to hear that. I wouldn't want to hear that because I'm saying I'm asking now when. See, I don't stand up in front of a group of people. I thank God for my pastor, my shepherd. Don't nobody take credit for what God did in my life. See, that's why I don't mention the man's name. He can't take credit. He just did what God told him to do. I wish somebody would stand up and say, I don't, boy, you can say I appreciate him for helping me, but don't thank God for me just pulling out what you got. I didn't give it to you. What that scripture saying? Who is Paul? Who is Apollos? But ministers of God's to help you get where you're going. Whatever the scripture say, that's all I am. Nothing more, nothing less. I ain't got to be no chief, no head chief, no apostolic ambassador chief. You know what? Most people say, bro, Hubbard. I don't even care. Now, some of my other friends, one day it's pastor, apostle, I'm not caught up with that.
Transformation, center we proclaim. Whoa, living more than just a name. Yeah, moving from a church mentality to a kingdom mindset.